Help wanted 招聘信息。招工需求能举起重物，不介意环境杂乱，愿意成为朋友。到木板路的山姆海盐太妃糖店去找山姆。强制监禁。只问普通的清理工资。急招临时安保，隆巴迪公司家族需要一名武装差役来执行特定工作，为此为临时职务，支持特定项目，保密至关重要。申请者被录取后将另行告知核心职责。请联系法比奥·蒙达多。死者的摄政王。成为隆巴迪家族改朝换代的推动者。主场区木板路。先入主场区。3个地区，3个远征，3个支线。啊不，这2个是支线，然后那个是主线，市中心是主线，另一个支线在阿帕拉契亚。Continue。
Like some old farmer's gonna whack him.
夜总会开张以后还没进来过呢，我突然想起。
Word of advice.
这夜总会只有之前打的时候来过。
What's that look for? You trying to
wrestle? Happy hour?
What? Do I look like a butler to you?
What's somebody got to do to cop a taste of
全是死鱼，我操，还怎么还有骷髅
？Not yet, anyway.
You know where I could get a good hoagie?
Don't ask me for directions. I'm not from around here.
Don't bother me.
Have you been down to the aquarium? It's a marvel.
为了水族馆开业也没去看过。
Hey, ain't you the one that bailed out belt buckles? Why not help me out this time and buy something?
What am I supposed to do with all this free time and no work?
Don't shake hands with Sal.
出手汗。
Losing Antonio was a big hit to the family.
Can't believe
lint
that
roller
rat
on you?
out on us.
This suit's filthy.
Beat it.
Never have a
Not
kid.
your tour guide.
Mine keeps asking,
So this
Papa,
city's
can I
run
whack
by a
someone like you?
Are you visiting too?
Isn't this place too good to be true? Show last night. So barbaric.
Have you been outside the city?
Have you been
Let me
outside
tell you,
somebody?
you don't want to
Let
be
me
there.
tell you, you don't want to be there.
Yet, anyway.
You know one thing I don't miss? Driving. Seen one too many times gone wrong.
Do something useful for a change.
Losing Antonio. Personal space mean anything to you? Tell you what, this whole neighborhood's mine.
Come on, Tino. You can do it. Let me help you up.
I kinda do it myself. I don't need your help. You're only after a one.
hand and foot. Who has covered for you dutifully while you waste away on your own product? Antonio sure didn't. Neither did the other capo regimes. I have done everything you ever asked of me for nothing in return. Why can't you see that? Why can't you look at me the same way you look at them? Why can't you?
This is exactly why I can't. You are weak, emotional. You are stuck in your own head. You think you're special because you're my sister. I tell you what, Concerta, without me, you'll be nothing. You're not special. You know the rules. And you
照片没
are
拍
Tony
呢。
will be my heir. And he'll do a fine job as a good father.
这
How can you say that? I built this empire. I was there telling you what to do all along. I never overstepped. I never betrayed you. I played my part. But now, we both know that the inevitable is just around the corner. Please, just hear me out. Just tell them.
Enough! They've been crystal clear already. You expect the impossible, and then act a surprise when you're told no. I shouldn't have to tell you what your place is. You already know. It ain't gonna change after I grow.
Yes, you are right. I went too far. For that, I am sorry.
One thing I don't miss.
Antonio is your heir. I need to
One
respect
too
that.
many Jersey
You
slides
two
going
won't be
on.
apart for long. I wager.
很快就会再见。哼，他这话说的。
Every day I see more of the barons in the city.
神秘生物
Think
信
the
息，这
mules
什么
would
啊？
hire a gardener.
我神
Still can't believe
What
that
the fuck?
shit.
Oh, man, I could go for a ripper. Not the chainsaw kind. The one with the bun and all the topping.
Don't head down to the pier and catch a show.
Be honest. Do I look like a tourist?
You, gonna make a necklace out of those caps? Or are you gonna invest around
Heard some gunshots earlier. Sounded like they were coming from the edge of the city. Think we should be worried?
Lots of shoobies around here lately. Think there wasn't a war.
Stay clear of the barons. Ain't nothing there but demons that haven't showered since before the bombs.
Well, what's that cologne you're wearing? Oh, they freeloader?
炸金蛋的。
Mayor Tim fancies himself the leader of AC. Like some old farmers.
I've shaken so many hands that I needed to take out an insurance policy on my palms.
Let it go. Bad name will be the death of me. My pa was a made man. His pa before him. And his pa before him.
This is the most happening
And,
place in AC. Why those munis want to stay in their gross little hovel? Beyond me.
就跟卡利达伊的大西洋城的这种程度。演艺人帕奇欧实体。
Buttercup. That name will be the death of me.
刀死你，乔伊科。
Let me tell you, payday's become a myth round here since they put the Gavone with the belts.
女巫必须死。我们需要某个独立的外部势力，靠，某个邪恶女巫的情况如何？一大群士兵死，他想利用我来达成什么事情啊？难道？
You've got all the Vegas
他全是
right here in AC.
死者的摄政王
Don't need to be going nowhere else.
他想利用我来把那个康塞塔给揪下台呢？
I'd say walk a day in my shoes, but you'd probably get scuffed.
靠，太远了，不能互动。这。
Welcome, welcome, my friend. I don't believe we've had the pleasure of speaking yet. I'm Fabio Mondadori. At your service. Who am I? Some call me consigliere, others diplomat. I represent the Lombardi family, but also myself. To my friends, I'm just Fabio. Perhaps you and I can be friends. So you are. Let's get a good look at you. You look sturdy, weathered, if I may. You may be exactly what I'm looking for. Excellent. Now, I'm a generous benefactor and a good friend at that. Ask anyone, they'll tell you. But I want to start you off small, see if I can trust you. You prove yourself to me, show me you can handle a bit of challenge, and then the real work can begin. How does that sound? On behalf of the family. How do I put this? When I act on behalf of the Lombardi family, I act in my own interest. And when I act in my own interest, it benefits the family. The two are one and the same. Perhaps that answers your question. Simple as, my friend. There's some ne'er-do-wells hanging around the casino quarter trying to rough up the family's patrons for a few caps. Pathetic, isn't it? Regardless, I need you to deal with them. How you do so is up to your discretion. In fact, I would be curious to learn your methodology. You deal with them, and I promise you, you will be well paid. We take care of our own here. Now, do we have a deal? You're sharp as a tack, aren't you? Well, let's just say this little gang problem is not the only thing I need help with. If you can prove yourself with a trivial task such as this, perhaps I can trust you with greater responsibilities, ones with larger rewards. I'm sure we can come to an understanding. I don't care. Kill them, talk to them, marry them, whatever it'll take to get them to go away. I just don't want them scaring off our patrons. The execution of my purpose doesn't matter to me, so long as the goal is met.
Can't believe that rat out on us.
Well, they should be outside in the casino quarter. They like to hang around this area, waiting for our patrons to come out of the casinos. You might want to try looking around the old storefronts. Could be hiding out in there. Your words are reassuring. Let's hope your actions mirror them. Come back when our friends outside are dealt with.
Like some old farmers gonna whack.
I love your vacation win.
Personal space mean anything to you? My personal space.
Are you visiting too?
Let me tell you, paydays.
You gonna make a necklace out of those?
Isn't this place too good to be true?
我靠！疾风彪悍。
What? There's a cold going down. Buttercup. Name will be the deck.
Got a lint roller on you? So wonder how long Don shows the money.
Hold it right there. I don't think you belong here. Yeah, okay, you know what? Mind telling me what you're doing walking in here like you own the place? Maybe. Maybe not. You don't look like a munie to me. Don't know why it matters to you. Sounds to me like you got steered in the wrong direction. We've been shaking some people up for caps, as you put it, but not patrons. Fact that you used that word tells me that the family sent you. We've been shaking up Quintino's louts for their caps. Who's going to miss a few mobsters? I'm not an unreasonable woman. How about you just turn around and walk away? And I'll forget this ever happened.
妈的！人家在这里对话呢，真的 ，what the fuck？
You again. Didn't I tell you to scram? Maybe. Sounds... Fact that I'm not a...
智力二减，靠！神他妈智力二减，智障对话。
Hey, whoa now. There's no need for that. You want us gone? Fine. We're gone. You can tell your little family that we won't be causing problems around here anymore. In fact, I've heard the boardwalk was quite nice this time of year.
Gotta respect those showboys for going.
Think the Munies really have everything handled?
What, do I look like a butler to you?
I think
Hey,
I'll
I
head
could be
down
a
to the
showman.
pit.
Is there something I can assist with?
The leader of AC. Like some old
So you did, so you did. And in your own way as well. Very, Very interesting. Yeah, words can only tell you so much about a person, but actions? Well, actions tell you everything. That gang of lowlifes I sent you to track down was just a test, a trial run. See if you can handle the real work that needs to get done. You see, my organization, the Lombardi family, we've been disorganized for some time now. Rudderless, filled with questions. It's not good for a cult of personality to lack one, you understand? Now, as I'm sure you can see, I'm not Quintino Lombardi. I'm not the Don. Yet. Quintino himself has been absent for some time, silent. It's not in his character. We've been told he's just been ill from old age. At the very least, that's what his kid sister Concerta has been saying. She's been strutting around, giving orders, claiming they're from Quintino. Not all of us are foolish enough to take such things at face value. I need you to play detective for me. Dig up dirt on her. Find the truth. If Quintino is, for whatever reason, gone, then the position of Don is open. And I would be very interested in that position. I could reward you quite handsomely. Do you think you could do some digging for me? Yeah, I didn't think you'd turn an opportunity like this down. As to where you should start, look to the Neapolitan Casino. Concerta lives in the largest suite within its hotel wing. I need you to search her room and find whatever evidence you can. That woman is hiding something, I know she is. And when you learn the truth, whatever that may be, return to me. Don't come back until you do.
One day, I'll be high rolling in the VIP section.
Have you been outside the city?
How the Munis need so much money? What, you gotta pay the electricity a cut or something?
砍肉啊，啥意思？抓老鼠肉，不是。
You been eating that slop the Munis are feeding you?
Losing Antonio was a big...
Don't ask me for directions. I'm not from around here.
This place is a pocket of paradise. Closest we're gonna get after the war.
Be honest. Do I look like a tourist?
破电梯也不好用。恶魔之血。大劫案。 Hello.
Come on, I've got a family. Just go home.
直接开锁。
Still good. Right.
No way! How could you do this?
我操！
About it, tough.
这一棍子抡的好晕啊！我连鼓啊，现在还有人在绝望的用引头解释了。这地上都是。 这是恶魔之血啊！破碎的镜子。夏洛特，我最近得了妄想症，昆蒂诺夜总会的状况恶化了。不用说，我对你在这件事情的决断永远心怀感激。 大多数人没察觉什么异常，但有些头目已经开始怀疑我了。就比如说法比奥，他以前是碎嘴子，喜欢向那些听他说话的人叨叨。但自从安东尼奥离开后，他就变了。我觉得他根本就没想过自己有可能会成为教父，但现在他看到了眼前的机会。夏洛特，我知道他是你朋友，但我想让你帮个忙，不要跟法比奥透露风声。他会问你，会探查，但我们俩都清楚他就是傻瓜。刚刚才理解何为野心，如果他上位，帮派家族就会垮掉。请认真思索我说的话，你是我认识的最聪明人，至此康桑。 情况正在更糟，看来是昆丁诺的问题，腹胀。未知用失踪的审计。应用用户，安东尼啊？难道是？我们的数字不是。 托尼，消息加密。
No,
钥匙，奇怪的是。 笼中蜡烛，祈祷蜡烛，葬立式钢琴，计划演变。C 已将 Q 移动到采访口之后，能救出我，真的希望你能干。
You have to try the cocktails at Quintino.
Mayor Tim fancies himself the leader.
This place too good to be true. I'm worried.
Still no luck. I should get out and clear my head.
Still no luck.
Heard some
I should
gunshots
get out and
earlier,
clear
so
my
I'm
head.
hoping back to the city.
All right.
Don't shake hands
Somebody
with
gotta
Sal.
do to cop a taste
Man's
of devil's
constantly
blood.
sweating through his palms.
I'm not Ripple Venus.
我靠！
Yeah.
这是那办公室啊！
Television.
5位数字，那首蠢诗每行的第一个字母，用它们和税务记录匹配。细节决定成败，这是真理。故事从此开始，开头正是关键所在。洒在地上的血会逆流而上，即使是那些坐拥一切人，也无法避免的要付出代价。健康是富有安逸之人唯一的宝贵品，在冲动之后，一切变得清晰，然而死亡是仅此自由。教父必须背负儿子的罪。撒祭免剑啊，不是撒祭剑在教， 没有记呀。What the hell？ 哦，那就找这个了，撒作剑684，然后呢，那就找词吧。风。最后一个是5，684什么5？684什么5？在冲动之后，一切变得清晰，然而死亡却紧随其后。紧吗？68415，68415，让我们看看。啊 ，shit， 不是。撒作剑。
Still no luck. I should get out and clear my head. But one more time.
Ah. 我切英文版，中文版解不出来啊，中文版没法玩啊，这任务，它这个对不上啊，这个字谜，我靠。这张字条还不如不翻。话说贝泰斯达什么时候把这个变成全屏21比9？哇，谢谢，真不错哎！包括这个背景也是，我都没注意到。完了，我找不到负重增强剂啊 ，carry weight 武
Payday's become a myth round here.
，Don't ask me for directions.
I caught Sally.
这下完蛋了，这下他妈上哪找啊？这下。完蛋！刚才的字条叫什么？这下真完蛋了。这个 ，OK。TPHDS68492。68492，记住了。
Somebody's in a twist of it.
What's that look for?
How come the munis need so much?
我靠，这居然死这儿了。死亡记录：昆蒂诺·隆巴迪，死亡时间22.54，临终关怀是尸检申请否？在场者1人，康塞塔是否？根据家属要求，严重戒断反应，一次尝试戒除恶魔之血的失败尝试。患者妹妹要求医疗护理，但除了让患者感觉舒服一点外，没有可以实施的政策。3小时监护，心脏骤停。到达之前使用隐头剂。医学博士。托尼可能永远不会读到它，对不对？我几乎能感觉到自己的身体从内而外开始崩溃，而我只能在纸张的空白处涂写这些字句。明知道你永远不会看到这张纸，这是一种让我无比绝望的感受。我觉得是你让我失望了，但真相是我辜负了你的期待。我应该更妥善地照顾你，更深切地关心你。我不再拥有对事情的控制力，一切都开始失控。如果能让时光倒流，我应该把第一批恶魔之血烧掉才对。但我们都知道我做不到。这该死的东西是种毒药，它在血液里流动，让你感受到如糖果般的甘甜。但就像糖会腐蚀牙齿一样，这种药物也会腐蚀你的血液，让它变得疼痛，让我身体里流动的一切为我带来痛苦。我本来应该活着把我们的事业交付给你。我本来应该让身体健康到能够站起来宣布你的掌权，但我没有，一切都是我的错。这托尼就是那个，就是那个叫什么来着？安东尼奥 ，Antonio Tony。对不起，孩子，真的对不起，我被金钱迷住了双眼，而最后我把我们俩都毁。好，直接被抓个正着。
So, you're the catalyst that will bring down my brother's empire? You, and you alone? Fascinating. Well, you could say I have a bit of a poetic streak. As for Fabio, he's more of an actor than a poet. He lives in his verbiage instead of writing it. Nevertheless, I hope you can look past my honeyed words to see through to their meaning. I don't expect you to pity me. The Mad Queen of Atlantic City. Whose subjects could and never would respect her if she stepped out of the shadows. I've been standing in the shadow of my brother my entire life. The machinations of the family emanating from my whispers in his ear. It wasn't until he found peace that I started to lose my foothold. He was my shield, the visor that obscured my visibility in the public eye. But now, he's gone. Not by my hand, mind you, but by the very substance that made him rich. The only other contenders for the Godfather's chair are fools. they will run the empire for which I bled my entire life into the ground. I did not take the family from Quintino. I made it for him. No. Contrary to popular belief, I am not some witch.
你可以从他发的邮件看出来。他说法比奥的那篇邮件，这种私人邮件应该是不会说谎。
And sampled some of his product. Became addicted to blood. There is no weaning off blood. No cure, no 10-step plan.
其实有，但他们不知道。这关乎于真正的泽西恶魔，没有别的办法。除了真正的泽西恶魔外，没有别的办法。
Your naivete makes me nostalgic for an easier time. It's not due to some falling out or hatred. No. It is simply due to my nature. The family is rooted in customs from back home. We're from a small village near Naples. There are certain traditions that are to be followed if you're one who lives by rules. My brother was too stupid to see beyond it. Bless him. I had to resort to more subversive means to take what had always been mine.
Isn't this place too good to be true?
I have indeed. My brother was older, but certainly not wiser. He was always an impulsive, temperamental person, driven by vice and whims. I had to be the level-headed one, the decisive one, the tactician. If I didn't, we'd be begging for scraps on the street. I won't lie and pretend I'm some selfless do-gooder who's trying to protect him. I looked out for myself, first and foremost. But everything I did was with his best interest at heart. I hope you can believe that, if nothing else.
比起法比奥，我确实更信他，而且昆汀诺确实不是他杀的。但是安东尼奥呢
？So you've heard? Yes, that was me. Antonio was, well, and is to a degree, the greatest threat to my power. He doesn't care about honor or loyalty. He cares only about money. And how much he can hoard to himself. He may be an adept businessman, but he would make a poor leader, and even a worse godfather. The family would fall under his leadership. Fabio is a politician who lies endlessly through his teeth. He's full of pretty words and bleached smiles. Little else. Like some of his competitors, he just wants power and wealth. He doesn't care about preserving the legacy and glory of the family. He'll run it into the ground and sell us out to every Muni taxman and boardwalk juggler in Atlantic City for a few cups. And what would that be, pray tell?
“智力、魅力、运气、撒谎、攻击。”
Perhaps you are right. I don't wish to be like Fabio. He's a bumbling fool that can only be trusted as far as he can be thrown. This kind of treachery is something only a politician such as he could dream up. I won't stoop to that level. Thank you for giving me such clarity. Maybe you were a catalyst of more than just my seemingly inevitable demise. Maybe I misjudged you after all. If that is so, then return to your precious Appalachia. Then again, my intuition is rarely ever wrong.
One thing I don't miss.
这个地图女巫帽也太搞笑了。
House always wins, huh? Well, not tonight it doesn't. I've got my lucky charm. Still no luck.
已经隐居的帮派老大已经无了，其实。那个人现在怎么样
You've been eating that slop?
Don't ask me for directions.
别让法比啊！
I can't even look at you. You ruined everything. What can I do for you on this fine day?
Fine day.
Mayor Tim fancies himself.
Ah, so you're wondering if I'm an equal opportunity schmoozer or if you're just truly special. Is that it? Well, my friend, perhaps the answer lies between the lines. It's true that diplomacy has always been my talent. However, I also believe that you have the potential to change this city, to be its arbiter. Huh? Would you not agree with that? Time, fate. So you're a believer in destiny. Yeah, well, destiny is a cruel mistress. Wouldn't you rather be free to carve your path, independent of the whims of fate? Well, I'd hate to yammer on about myself, but I'm always happy to oblige. I like to consider myself a diplomat, or an ambassador, if you will. Some would say I could be considered the consigliere, although I've never officially worn that title. I maintain a positive working business relationship between the Lombardi family and other special interest groups in Atlantic City. Ah, well, I'm afraid it isn't the most riveting story. You know, most of us are born into the family. The job is almost passed down to our next of kin, and we take up the reins once we drink in the morning dew of adolescence. As for myself, well, I was a bit different. My family, my blood family that is, stayed out of business. They were simple people. I aspired to a bit more than that. I always had a silver tongue, you see. As it turns out, a man like Don Quintino could make use of someone like me. The rest, as they say, is history.
How come the munis need so much money? What? You gotta pay the electricity at cut or something?
My goal but I don't like to call it a goal because that implies it is something to be reached and not something that is already rightfully mine. As much as I adore him, Don Quintino is an elderly gentleman. When he inevitably passes, as all great men do, there will be a vacancy at the head of the metaphorical table. Typically, this position would fall on Quintino's children, of which he has none. I doubt he's gonna make one anytime soon between you and me. That means the seat of Godfather is open. Or will be open. That he did. That he did. Very sharp of you. Don Quintino did, in fact, name an heir. One that was not blood-related. Unfortunately, this person is no longer a viable option.
安东尼奥。
Well, I'm a sucker for a nice smile. I suppose I
明
could
知
tell
故
you a
问
thing
了，
or
属
two.
于是。
I had a colleague by the name of Antonio Russo, fellow capo, although his responsibilities were very different than my own. He had started to show signs of senility, which naturally worried the rest of us. And after some time, he disappeared. No one knows where he went, although the rumor mill would suggest he fled Atlantic City with his family. Why? Well, I can only guess being Quintino's heir, but quite the bounty on his head. Of course, this stays between you and I. Capiche?
This is the most happening place in AC. Why those munis want to stay in their gross little hovels beyond me.
Is there anything else? You have certainly come to the right place for that. What did you want to know? No. The wonderful thing about Atlantic City is its civilized nature. As I'm sure you've noticed, AC is dominated by us, the showmen, and the municipal government. The triad, as I like to call them, have an agreement. A contractual obligation, if you will. We stay out of each other's way and run various facets of the city. We coexist because we simply cannot survive without each other. There are occasional squabbles, but for the most part, our relations are extremely peaceful. Did I say squabbles? Yeah, more like subtle disagreements, you know, like bickering among siblings. These are purely financial debates. The munis, municipal government, ask for tax contributions from the showman and the Lombardi family. On occasion, we simply find the amount requested to be egregious and open a mature dialogue about the matter. Sometimes this results in an audit. But this is quite the rare occurrence, I assure you.
审计的意思就是直接开打。
Exactly what you'd expect, to put it in a nutshell. We cannot execute a member of another group without their leaders' express permission. Violence in general between our constituents.
对76还不能独挡，所以崩死就真崩死了，走火就真走火，走火就没有余地了。现在想想有点恐怖，其实，万一我手柄一手滑，啪。
What an excellent question, one that I will be elated to answer. I maintain a friendly, industrious relationship with the leadership of the showman and the mayor's office. There are those who may have a negative opinion of the Lombardi family, and it is my job to sway them otherwise. My purpose is to facilitate a positive, mutually beneficial friendship between all parties. Not a problem.
Hey, keep your nose clean, kid.
What? Not the chainsaw kind. The one.
How long will it be before the Don chooses?
How come the munis need so much money?
我去卖点东西。 然后今天就该结束。What the fuck？ 空中漂浮的包子，优点。
Welcome, citizen. I am authorized to trade supplies.
重量。
Requisitions now available.